We were playing a family board game and my son lost. So he threw the board in the air, kicked his sister and stormed out shouting, "I hate you all." She got hurt and the evening was ruined, and I stood there thinking, now what am I supposed to do? What I've learned since is that his reaction had almost nothing to do with the game. And once I understood that, everything about how I responded changed. If you're a parent trying to raise a child who can handle the hard moments without you either giving in or losing your own temper, this video is exactly for you. Because there is a way through this, and it starts with understanding something most parents have never been told. And if you're new here, please do hit subscribe. There's a new video most weeks, and this is part of a whole series on parenting a strong-willed and sensitive child. I'm Camilla, parenting coach who's helped thousands of families. And as a mum of 4, I've lived through plenty of these moments myself. I help parents of strong-willed and highly sensitive children find an approach that actually works. Not just in theory, but in the real, exhausting live moments too. So here's why losing feels catastrophic and why it's not a character flaw. Most of us have told ourselves, or been told, that our child just needs to learn to lose. But that advice assumes that children have something that they actually haven't built yet. Young children are still in the very early stages of figuring out who they are. Their sense of self is forming. It's fragile and closely tied to how they perform. Think about how often we ask children, "Who won?" We don't ask, "Did you enjoy it?" or "How did you play?" We go straight to the results, and children absorb that. So winning becomes the point, and so losing, therefore, becomes the failure. And without realizing it, we teach them that the result is what we care about the most. So when they lose, it doesn't just feel bad, they feel like they've let us down too, or themselves. But for a child who hasn't yet separated their worth from the results, losing just doesn't feel disappointing. It feels like proof that they're not good enough. That's not dramatic, that's developmental. And it changes everything about what our response needs to look like. The parent who understands this isn't lowering the bar. And that changes everything about how we respond. So here's the part that trips most of us up, and it's the part that no consequence or reward chart will fix. When a child is mid-meltdown after a loss, the emotional part of their brain has taken over completely. They literally cannot access the part that processes reason or learns from consequences. Trying to discipline in that window doesn't teach. It just adds more overwhelming feeling on top of an already overwhelmed child. This isn't permissiveness, it's just understanding how a child's brain works in these moments. And here's what makes it harder. The more we push in that moment, the more dysregulated they become, and the longer the whole thing lasts. So if tantrums and big emotional reactions are a regular feature in your house, I've put together a free guide, Why Your Child Has Tantrums and 10 Calm Ways to Respond. And what's inside will help you go far beyond just the losing moments. The link is in the description below. Grab it now so you don't forget. So if consequences don't work in the moment, what does? The goal in that moment is not to teach. The goal is to help the storm pass without making it worse and without pretending that the behavior was fine. So first, don't match their energy. Our calm is not a weakness. It's the anchor that they need even when they're pushing it away. So we name what we see without commentary. You're really upset now. Not calm down, it's just a game. Just acknowledgement. That one move lowers the temperature faster than anything else. Hold the boundary that needs holding. If somebody got hurt, that can still get addressed, but briefly and without heat. I'm not going to let you hurt your sister. I can see you feel really upset. Then we create some space, not as a punishment, but as a gift to them, because children cannot regulate in the middle of an audience. We're not giving in, we're not ignoring it, we're just refusing to have the wrong conversation at the wrong time. The calm after the storm is where the real parenting happens. And most of us rush past it or avoid it because we're just relieved it's over. So when our child is genuinely calm, that's the moment to reconnect. Not necessarily to debrief, but start with the connection before correction. That was a hard one. You got really upset about losing that game. Let them feel we're on their side before we address what happened. Then and only then we have the short conversation. When you lost, what did it feel like? We're building their emotional vocabulary, not extracting a confession. And away from the heat is where we build the skill of losing well over time. We can model it ourselves. So in everyday moments, not necessarily sitting down to play a game together, but perhaps when we come home from a tennis match or lose at something or things don't go our way, saying out loud things like, I didn't win today. I didn't win today. That's a bit disappointing. I'll have another go next time. Children learn from listening to us and watching how we handle disappointment far more than being told what to do. One more thing that works really well, before the game even starts, have a quick preparation conversation about how it might feel. Someone is going to win and someone is going to lose today. How do you think it feels if you lose? And what could you do with that feeling? You're helping them to feel emotionally prepared before the moment arrives. And children who have thought about it in advance cope so much better when it actually happens. The child who struggles to lose isn't a poor loser as a character trait. They just haven't learned the skill yet, and they struggle with it. And we can help them build it. So now, if your child's big emotional reactions happen every single day, not just over games, you're going to want to click the video on screen. And I'm going to show you exactly how a different approach changes everything for a strong-willed child and sensitive children. And if you'd like to talk through what's happening in your specific family and get a clear plan, I'd love to offer you a free discovery call. The link is in that description below. If you haven't already grabbed the free guide, Why Your Child Has Tantrums, 10 Calm Ways to Respond, the link for that is in the description too. Or go to myparentingsolutions.com/tantrums. And please don't forget to hit subscribe.